What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of Ram Detecting. Well, if you're looking for a digging adventure this week, sorry to hate to tell you this, but we had a bunch of flooding here in central Arkansas over the last week, and so it just really hadn't been favorable for me to get out. But luckily, this coming weekend is the Red Dirt Treasure Shootout over in Reagan, Oklahoma. And I'm so excited to go there. So I got to thinking, hey, maybe I could share some tips and tricks maybe that you guys that are new to seated hunts would like to know. So if some of you guys don't know what a seated hunt is, it's basically a big Easter egg hunt for grown-ups. So what they do, they go out and they see coins and relics and all kinds of cool stuff for you to find. Most of the time it costs a little money to enter in these things, but they have them everywhere. And I've been lucky enough to get to go to a few, and I actually had one here last fall. I'm gonna leave a link down below to that hunt video. You guys might get a kick out of that. So I wanted to try to give you guys a few tips on maybe what to bring, what to do, how to do it. I'm no expert by no means. I've only been to probably, I think this will be my 4th or 5th seated hunt. Okay, first off, bring a detector that you know. If you got a brand new detector, that is not a place to try it out. I mean, you need to bring a detector you know. You need to know what certain targets sound like. You'll go to some of these hunts and you'll be digging trash instead of silver. You know, so you need to know your machine. You need to kind of get those VDI numbers. If you're using a machine that has VDI numbers, kind of get those in your head so you'll kind of know what you're after. I mean, all the signals are going to be really shallow. I mean, probably nothing more than a couple inches deep. You're not going to need anything super. You're not going to need any kind of machine that goes super deep. Nothing crazy. Just use one that you know and you're comfortable with, and you're going to do a lot of swinging. So you don't want to use some big 15. I mean, some people do, but I mean, in my opinion, you don't want to use some big 15, 16 inch coil that's going to wear you out. And also to the same effect, you don't really want to use a small diameter coil because it'll wear you out too. Trust me, at the Garrett hunt, I did the same thing. I was like, hey, I'm going to use that little 6-inch coil on that Equinox, and I'm gonna get around some of that trash. But it wore me out. I mean, I got really wore out. Second tip is make sure you got everything. Make sure you got your batteries. Make sure you got your chargers. Double check it 3 times, because I've been out in the field, thought I had a battery in my pack, didn't have a battery. So that happened to me last time. I had to shout to my friend Jason. I said, hey man, thought I'd pack some 9 volts. Do you have any extra? So make sure you double check that you got all your batteries, all your pinpointers, everything like that. What kind of digging tools you might need? Well, in my opinion, I just use my Root Slayer Nomad. I like just a smaller shovel, nothing really big, something light to carry with you, because you're going to be moving. I mean, not necessarily, running, but you're going to be moving pretty quickly, and you don't want something really heavy weighing you down or some big long shovel, in my opinion. I think you need something long enough that you're not having to bend down like with a little hand trowel every 2 seconds, because you'll be up and down, which you will anyway to retrieve your target, but sometimes you just bend over and get it. So yeah, I like like a medium-sized shovel, like the Root Slayer Nomad. But that's just up to preference. I mean, if you like a bigger shovel, go ahead. But you're trying to move quick, cut a nice plug, put it back. You don't want something that you're going to be making a big hole, big mess. You want to locate your target and recover it and get out of there. And that kind of brings me up to my next tip, strategy. Okay, you get there, it's time to go to the hunt. You got all your equipment, you got your pouch, you got everything ready to go, and to shoot the cannon off. And everybody's making a mad dash running. Now you'll see some of these folks, swinging way up in the air, almost basically running. They're missing so much stuff. Keep your coil low to the ground. Take your time. I mean, yeah, kind of move fast, But if you're swinging as fast as you can and running, you're missing targets, man. I've been right behind people and they just totally missed targets. Last hunt, at that Garrett hunt, there was a guy right in front of me. Had this big, I don't even know what you want to call it, big, wide looking coil, and he was swinging to the moon. I don't know what he was using, but he was swinging to the moon, and he walked right over 2 silver dollars, and I picked them up right in front of him. So take your time, keep your coil low to the ground, move at a steady pace. You want to locate your target, pop your plug. Usually it's right there. Usually you can almost see where they kind of seated the items. Usually be a little cut in the ground. And sometimes they don't even do that. They'll be right underneath the grass or something like that. So locate your item quick, get it in the pouch, cover up your hole, keep moving. But you don't want to be in too much of a hurry because you're going to miss stuff. Okay, at these hunts, they also have a lot of different kind of tokens. So you need to try to get your intel, figure out what kind of tokens they're going to have. A lot of times they'll say in advance, hey, we're going to have this, this, and this for this tokens before the hunt. They're going to have, say we're going to have, a lot of them have actual coins marked somehow, stamped. Like these dimes are it's going to be a silver dime for a token. So naturally you're going to dig those. But at that Garrett hunt last time, unbeknownst to me, I didn't do my research, or I wasn't listening. And at the relic hunt, I think they had nickels as the token, and I skipped those targets because in my mind I was looking for those higher targets and like 3-ringers and stuff like that. And lo and behold, that nickel signal was the target I needed to find. So make sure you pay attention. A lot of times they'll tell you what those tokens will be, and figure out what they are on your machine. If you have one of those coins, throw it out. If you already know it, good. But if you don't, find out. Because you don't want to skip those, because those are awesome prizes that they usually correlate those tokens with. Okay, here's another tip. Don't get discouraged. Just like in regular metal detecting, don't get discouraged. You're not always going to find one of those tokens. You're not always going to come out with a pocket full of silver. That's just, you're going to have fun. You need to look at it like that. Most of the time, you're not going to make your money back at these places. This is not something that you're going to, to make your money back or even get more than you paid for. You're going to have fun. I enjoy the camaraderie and the friendships that I've made at these events, and getting to see everybody, and checking out all the vendors and the new machines that people bring and stuff like that. You need to be more focused on having fun and getting out, instead of getting discouraged about, hey, I didn't find a token, or I didn't do good, or something like that. Because you're there to have fun, first and foremost. Okay, guys. Besides the obvious stuff that you need to bring, sunscreen, water, stuff like that, be sure to, I like to pack like zip ties and stuff like that in my pack. The Kadoha hunt that I went on, and I'll try to leave a link for that video down below. I was out there swinging with my Time Ranger Pro, and I didn't check to see if the nut was tight on the coil, and I lost it. And then I was swinging, and my shaft went one way and my coil went the other way, and I was like, oh no. And Chuck was right up, my friend Chuck was right up above me, and he seen it happen. And luckily I think I had a zip tie or something like that in my pack, and I was able to fix it right there on the go and keep going. So bring stuff like that, zip ties, tape, stuff like that you might need, because you don't want to be setting out just because something like that happens to your detector, because you never know. Somebody might step on it. These people sometimes don't pay attention. They'll have their head down and they'll run smack dab over you. I had that happen to me. Chuck had that happen to him last time at the event. A lady just ran almost all over him. Be prepared for that kind of stuff to happen. You're gonna have to keep moving And if something happened to your machine, you're able to fix it on the fly and you can keep going. You're not out of the hunt. So that's another tip for you. Speaking of my good friend Chuck, it's good to have buddies at these things. I'm so glad that I got to meet Chuck through one of our Facebook groups, and we've gone to, I think this will be our 3rd hunt together. And man, it's just exciting to be able to share the event with somebody else, and you get to talk. I mean, you'll be talking about it a month later. Hey, remember when we did this, or remember when we ate there, or something like that. Get you a buddy. If you don't know one, hop on the groups. Find somebody that's going in your area and say, hey, I'm going, let's meet up while we're there. I'm my good friend that you see me dig with a lot on here, Digging with Dale. I'll leave a link to his channel down below. He's riding with me up there, and we're meeting Chuck and one of his friends, and I think a few of you subscribers are going to be there. About every YouTuber that I can think of is going to be there. Preacher Digger, Quarter Hoarder, all the Quarter Hoarder's friends, PA Pirate Paul, Dog Tag Doug, let's see, Mr. Charlie the Relic Hunter, or Heritage Hunter, sorry. Who else? Sergeant Whitey, Hello World, Darnell Williams, and a ton of other people. The Fat Fool, Gypsy Jewel, I think KG's supposed to be there, and a few more. Myself, Dale's going to be there. I'm going to have stickers. I've made some special edition stickers just for this. My good friend John, that's one of the guys, Justin and John, that's kind of running the hunt, made a kind of a logo for me, and I got some stickers made up of it. So if you're at the hunt, you can get a special edition ram detecting sticker. I think it says, what's going on, everybody, on it. So come up to me, say hi. I'm going to try to be over at the Technetics booth, visiting with Russ over there, First Texas. He has the Bounty Hunter, the Fisher, the Technetics, and all that good stuff. We're going to go over there and talk shop over there, and I'll be glad to finally meet him in person. If you see me over there, come over there, say hi, get you one of those stickers. I think Russ has some stuff over there. He's got a YouTube channel called Nailing the Foot, I believe it's called. I'll leave a link down below for it. It is an awesome channel. He does a really great job. His wife takes phenomenal photographs of these old abandoned places. You don't want to miss out on that channel. I really enjoy his adventures, and I think you guys will like it too. So go over there and check him out, and go over there and say hi to Russ at the First Texas booth, and tell him I sent you. And I'll try to leave some of those stickers there. If I'm not there, maybe he'll give them to you. But anyway, I just wanted to give you guys, you know, if I have any kind of advice, like I said, it's to have fun. And on the detecting side, take your time, slow down. It's a race, but it's not a race. I don't know if that makes any sense. Meaning that you want to go fast enough to recover more targets, but you don't want to go too fast that you're missing stuff, because you're not going to be getting anything if you're swinging up in the air and 10 foot off the ground. Keep them coils low and steady. Just keep swinging. Oh, and one more thing before I forget it, on the detecting side, sensitivity. You don't have to have your sensitivity jacked all the way up. Most of this stuff isn't buried a couple inches, and plus you're going to get all kinds of interference from all these other machines if you have it turned way up. A lot of people there will tell you, hey, you don't need it all the way up. If you're getting a lot of interference while you're there, try turning it down a little bit. Stuff ain't this deep, so you don't need to be going 12 inches. Anyway, so that's my advice on the detecting side. Make sure you go through all your stuff. Don't forget nothing. Bring you a bag chair, lots of water, stuff like that. We're going to have a good time. I hope to see some of you guys there. If you like this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. If you need anything metal detecting, click one of the links down below. If you need anything Technetics, click the link down below. Lots of good deals on there right now, guys. So click that link, and I'm going to leave a code down there for you. It's going to save you some money, save you some shipping, helps me out, lets me go to these events and stuff like that. and I really appreciate it. And like I always say, guys, we'll see you next time. Bye.